Yo, this your bro True Jew. I'm back again with another quick message for y'all. This video was titled Why So-Called Black Americans Should Stand with Russia. Yeah, we got a lot going on in the land right now. Wars, rumors of wars, things are going on crazy, right? This government is sending over weapons to support Russia's enemies in Ukraine, and then you got Ukraine that's joining NATO forces, and NATO forces are standing against Russia and other countries, but primarily Russia right now, and Russia standing holding strong. And they like, hey, y'all don't believe the narrative that's going on. Then the United States is joined with NATO, of course, and NATO and the United States are pushing a strong line to try to get off into Russia and take Russia down on the low, but it's becoming more obvious now. So what does this have to do with so-called black people in America? Well, we're part of the propaganda. We're part of the citizenry by default at this time who have to be inoculated with all of this so-called agenda that's going on with Ukraine and Russia and economic downfall and all sorts of weirdo things happening with the economics falling and shipping being all dismantled allegedly, and grain not being able to be shipped out, and food not being able to ship out, ports being closed, shipping containers not making it to their destination, and all this is supposedly Russia's fault when there was already agenda in place during the pandemic to stop these things from coming in because the American citizens are actually under attack as well. But why should so-called black Americans be standing with Russia? Well, I want to hit y'all with something. Did you know that out of all the European countries who participated in the transatlantic slave trade, Russia's the only one that did not? Hmm. Did you know that Russia's the only country that did not colonialize or colonize this beautiful land that we call America today? For all of us true Israelites, indigenous so-called black people of this country? Hmm. My brothers and sisters in Africa, did you know that Russia's the only country that did not colonize African soil? Hmm. Should I say Russia's the only European country that did not colonize African soil? Hmm. Did you know that? Well, I did. And did you also know that Russia totally did not agree with the slave trade and slave purchasing? And whenever some crazy, kooky European descent American wanted to buy a so-called black person and then ship this black person with them into Russia, do you know Russia always gave freedom and amnesty to that so-called black person? And every one of those so-called black people, once they got to Russia, they actually made something of themselves. Did you know that Russia understands the truth about our brother and King Yahshua HaMashiach and all of the disciples and the prophets, the patriarchs of Israel, of Yasharallah, where my people, blood descent, come from? Did you know that? Did you know that they know and recognize in Russia that the true Israelites are really so-called black people? Did you know that? Did you know that they have a problem with black people, so-called black people in this country, who are part of the wickedness and the ungodliness that's been perpetuated throughout the land? It hurts their hearts to see so many black people who have allegedly and seemingly sold their beautiful black souls. Did you know that? Did you know that Russia is a big supporter of black, so-called black American excellence? Did you know that? Well, if you didn't know, now you do. And this is why I'm telling and I'm suggesting that so called black people in this country and even around the world begin to look at Russia a little differently, because Russia has long supported us. But we didn't know that because we were going to be accused of being communists. We were going to be accused of following a communist agenda. And all we want to do is go along to get along in this country, right? We don't want master to do nothing to affect us more negatively, do we? Now is the time to stand up. Now is the time to get with the program for real. And what's the program? The program is the Great Awakening. They like to say the Great Reset, but it's the Great Awakening, because once we all awaken to who we truly are as the children of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, by the blood descendants, we will be returned to our true estate. And those who don't like us, They not trying to see that happen. They want to keep us dumb. They want to keep us deaf. They want to keep us blind. They want to keep us infiltrated with entertainment and things that don't even matter. Did you know Russia appreciates all of our so-called black poets and writers and all of those so-called entertainers who truly stand up for the truth and who know what's going on? It's a place for you. Now I know you got some people over here be like, well, if it's a place for you, you're going to go on to Russia and stay out the United States of America. Well, let me tell you something. Whoever's talking like that, you probably not a blood descendant or indigenous to this land, no way. I am. Check it. So I got to look at this thing from as many angles as possible, y'all. And you know me, I'm your bruh, True Jew. I got to deliver the truth raw and uncut the way it's been blessed to me. Because if I didn't do that, I would be disobedient to the call on my life. Look, it's your bro True Jew tapping in, giving y'all something to think about as always, giving you something to marinate about. You want to holler at me? Go on and leave a comment in the comment section. I'll respond. But you know I love you to life. Most High Mama and Papa willing, I'll be back with another one. All right, until then, gone.